Breast cancer patients and survivors will tell you how difficult it is to face the disease, the uncertainty of the future, the fears about beating it, and the discomfort that's associated with surgeries, chemo and radiation, and drug therapies. So how wonderful is it that some local entrepreneurs have come up with ways to provide special care for breast cancer patients? We'll introduce you to two such enterprising and caring business owners right now on It's Your Call. Hello everyone, it's good to have you with us. I'm Lynn Doyle, wishing all of the moms, stepmothers, adoptive moms, foster mothers, and other caring women a very happy Mother's Day. And as a tribute to my own mother, Joan Lauenstein, a longtime breast cancer survivor, I'm dedicating this show to all of the women, mothers or not, who have faced or are facing breast cancer right now. You know, statistics tell us that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year. But the good news is more women are winning the battle against the disease. Perhaps that's because there's more awareness, earlier detection, or enhanced treatments. But whatever the reason, I, for one, am happy to hear it. Sadly, though, while dealing with breast cancer, women do go through so much, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Well, these two women have come up with some ways to cope with breast cancer that make it just a bit easier. Lindy Snyder is founder and CEO of Lindy Skin. That's created in 2003, and it was created to help friends going through cancer therapy. Now, while her friends may have anticipated the typical side effects from chemotherapy and radiation, they didn't expect the impact that the treatments would have on their skin. Now, since there wasn't one specific line already addressing that need, Lindy created Lindy Skin. Also with us is Susan McHugh. She is a 2-time cancer survivor herself, so she and her business partner started Pink Ribbon Associates while both of them were undergoing chemotherapy. She's also a certified life coach working exclusively with cancer patients and survivors. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Lindy, your friends were experiencing difficulties while going through cancer, and you weren't content to stand by and give them the emotional support. You said, I have to do something that can really help them.
Well, absolutely. I mean, one thing that we all know about women is we care about what we look like. We certainly care about our skin, and we love to buy products for our skin. But what I learned was that these friends of mine were on different treatments, one on chemo, one on radiation. They were both having incredible problems with their skin, and they could not find anything to help. And I was stunned that there was nothing to help them.
You know, when we think about facing breast cancer, I think I speak for all women, we think about the breast, obviously, and whether we'll be able to save them and what it will be like, right. And if we have to have them removed, you know, what our life will go through. I don't think initially, Susan, people think about the impact the treatments have, the skin, the hair, the overall body. You experienced that.
I did, and it's devastating. Physically, as you say, emotionally, in every way possible. It's painful, it's traumatic.
And it's bad enough that you're actually going through this illness that could take your life, but then when you look in the mirror and you're not feeling good about what you see,
there's a whole self-image.
Then that impacts you inside, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, it doesn't just impact your skin, and it impacts your emotions, which impacts your ability to heal. I mean, they've proven clinically that people who have sort of a higher emotional level, they heal faster, and it's very important to have the tools you need at your disposal to help you get through this.
And you said you were surprised to find that there wasn't a line or some product already on the market to help women. Given the number of women that are facing breast cancer, this was a huge breakthrough for you.
Absolutely. And interestingly, what we found is that there was not sort of a universal paradigm of how they deal with the skin and skin issues. Let's just say, talking about radiation. People can experience anything from mild redness to extreme burns, or type of burns, to their skin that can actually cause them to have to stop their treatment until it heals. So the trick is, how do you keep their skin intact so they don't have to stop treatment? They can get through it as quickly as possible, and to do it without any break in treatment, and that's critical.
And I wish that I had known about your products when I was going through this. And I really feel, fortunate to be here with Linda, because so many of the people that I see, the women that I see, are going through the type of trauma that you're talking about.
Right.
And the burns and the pain.
Right.
And did you notice, either with your skin or your hair or the rest of your body, an impact from the treatments that you endured?
Absolutely. From my head to my feet.
Really?
Literally. Yes.
Literally, head to toe?
Head to toe.
Give me an example.
Well, I lost my hair. My hair used to be very thick and full, and it's very traumatizing to your whole being.
Self-image.
Self-image, self-confidence. And until I got my wig fitted, I felt horrible.
Yeah.
But the great thing is that now they do have so many options to help people get through it. And you're dealing not with just your physical health, your emotional well-being, your sense of self as a woman, and even your sensuality. I mean, women have scarring if they have surgery, and you want yourself to look beautiful, whether you're dressed or not dressed. Many people they're married, or they have children, or they're still working as they go through treatment.
Or they're dating.
They're dating.
Right. So they're not home alone as they go through treatment.
So these products help women, and of course those who love them, get through it.
Right.
But I wouldn't imagine that this was something that you could just come up with on a whim, like, hey, I think I'd like to have a skin line. I mean, you've been involved with some of the greatest dermatologists that this nation has created.
Right. Well, I had to first know what I did not know. What I did know was that there was an incredible need. And after doing a lot of research, discovering that there really was an unmet need, there was not skincare products specifically for cancer patients, and then putting together a team of doctors, oncologists, pharmacologists, dermatologists that could help create safety criteria and begin to start to understand a formulation process from there.
So this isn't just a gal who says, hey, I have some, some soft lotion to put on your skin and make you feel better. I mean, this has the chops to back it up.
Yes.
So if women who are going through some sort of treatment have the opportunity to use these products, in what capacity would they use them? Or give me an idea of who might use what.
Well, essentially, you have products for women specifically, or men, anybody actually experiencing radiation, but this is called a skin cooler. And this is a type of dressing that is very, I would say, wet, hydrous, and patients would use a piece of this almost like a large bandage, but very wet.
Okay.
And they would put that on the site of the radiation, and essentially it helps keep the skin intact because it creates what's called a moist healing environment so that the skin can heal faster, and it's used while you're on treatment.
Okay.
And it's very important. Other people who are, let's say, on chemotherapy experience incredibly dry skin. It's so dehydrated at such an accelerated pace that they need moisturization that not only moisturizes but retains moisture in the skin for long periods of time. I mean, one of our runaway products is a face serum, which is phenomenal. This has no oil, it's inert, so that it's one could say almost sterile, but it has the most incredible moisturization factors for your skin. It's very healthy. It has a botanical base. Anybody and everybody can use this product. I do. I use it on my children. It's great for your skin no matter what you're going through, but for patients, there are criteria that are met that make it really perfect for them.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, is how is that different from perhaps something that you would buy, over the counter or at your local salon or something like that? It is very different because it has specific...
It has specific botanicals that have monographed, which means known activities, such as being anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial. It happens to be a great anti-aging product, but that's not how we market. So.
Well, it can hurt.
But look, a typical person going through chemo and, say, radiation, and I'm sure you know this, experience hormonal changes. And one of the things they experience are the sweats, kind of like hot flashes. And what patients told us in focus groups is we don't want things that are oily and greasy and heavy. So there's no oil in this. It has what's
great.
Right, and it absorbs very quickly and has a great delivery system for those beneficial ingredients.
When you're talking, Susan's head is just in agreement, because I can see that you have been there, done that, don't want to do that again, obviously.
No, I don't.
So if there was anything that would have helped you, you would have pursued
Oh,
it.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm kind of excited about Lindy's line because I'm planning on using it with my own, with a lot of my clients too, besides myself.
Well, I was going to say, even though now, gratefully, you are a survivor